Welcome to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. I'm Jody Walls.
I'm Brady Brock.
We're with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany over on Starling Avenue. We specialize in home financing needs, whether it's a purchase, a refinance, or new construction.
And we're super passionate about trying to help you find the home of your dreams, help you get it financed, just like this one right here.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
You come out flat, you're not going to get ground to make up in a game. If you come out and hit them in the mouth on the first play, we're going to be fine.
All right, we're going to do something a little bit different this year. Last year, Tallahatchie Nutrition sponsored us for our Player of the Week. This year, they're going to continue to do that, but it's going to be a part of our coaches show. This week's Player of the Week was DJ Robinson. DJ had 4 tackles, one of them a huge tackle where he picked up the ball, scooped and scored it for a touchdown. Also had 2 offensive touchdowns. Huge part of that first quarter. But your Tallahatchie Nutrition Player of the Week is DJ Robinson. Tallahatchie Nutrition does a tremendous job supporting us. They did it last year, like I said, Drew Horn, those guys over there. We greatly appreciate what y'all do for us.
Thank you. And DJ, something else. Last year we just did a T-shirt for the Player of the Week. This year, at the end of the season, everybody that won the award of Player of the Week, we're gonna get you all together for a steak dinner. Does that sound good?
That sounds nice.
All right.
You like to
Good
eat?
deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Tallahatchie Nutrition. Thanks,
Sir,
Drew.
Absolutely.
And go Bulldogs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd like to welcome you to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. Hey, I'm Paul Henry, and we would like to welcome Mr. David Goo to the show, brought to you by
Gumtree Mortgage, Brady Brock, Jody Walls. They do a tremendous job supporting us. Pam Brown, State Farm, also came on board this year. Both those supporters do a great job for us. I'm excited about David Goo being here. You know, longtime WNAU radio guy for us. Now we get to see his pretty face. Really excited about David Goo being with us.
Exciting to be here with you guys.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, we really couldn't have gotten off to a better start for the football season the other night, right?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, anytime you get a defensive touchdown, onside kick, score an offensive touchdown on the first play, that's a pretty electric start. You can't ask for much more there. So we were really excited about that. You know, had a lot of conversation about keeping our foot on the gas. Did that throughout the whole first quarter. You know, anytime you ask a coach if you can jump up to a 31-0 start, they're going to take that every time. So fantastic start. A lot of our players did an excellent job, and you know, everything kind of clicked our way.
Yes, sir.
DJ Robinson just out of the gate was amazing. Had the 3 touchdowns early in the game, so you got to be proud of DJ.
Yeah, DJ's a guy, you know, he's moved him around. He's playing outside linebacker. He's playing safety some. You saw him do the most at outside linebacker spot, just so fast off the edge. You know, that the play that he scored a touchdown, he just got back there before the quarterback really had a grasp on the ball, was able to hit him, and then obviously scoop it and score for a big touchdown. So DJ's not only his strength, but his speed, his quickness makes for an electric player. Then on offense, a play broke down, scrambled a little bit. What should have been a wheel route, he kind of stayed out in the flats a little bit longer. Braden found him, hit him, and a big run. So DJ had a heck of a game for us for sure.
Well, I know that the previous week when we were doing our lead into the season, you know, we were talking about DJ and how, you know, kind of he's one of those guys that if he gets the ball, he's a threat, right? And we definitely want to get him the ball.
Absolutely.
You know.
On both sides of the ball, defense as well as offense. And like I say, I watched some replay on the pass from Braden on the touchdown pass, and Braden kind of directed him a little bit on where he needed to be on the field, and then laid the ball right at his hand, untouched.
And that particular play, he's actually supposed to run a wheel up the sideline, so he should have been further along. It kind of worked out because 44, the outside linebacker, kind of hung with him and then lost him, and Braden dumped it over the top, and then he did a great job after the catch just getting down the sideline. So it's very similar play later that he scored on the second touchdown. It was a bubble this time, so he was right, got the ball to him quick, did a great job on the edge blocking. I think it was Caleb Shumpert and Jeb Bolin, and then he skirted up the sideline and scored a second touchdown as well.
I'll tell you what, our defense, man, they came to play. I mean, from the opening kickoff, you know, they were kind of setting the tone. They were mashing them up front.
Yeah, really excited about our defense. You know, I think it all starts up front. Jaden Hicks, Emmanuel Tucker, Jackson Howard, those 3 starters. They do a tremendous job. They get after it. I mean, they're talented, they're big, they're strong. Jaden Hicks got as fast the first 2 steps, you know, as anybody out there. So they're tremendous. Then on the backside, we've got 2 guys. Both of them actually played safety last year, Cortland Earl and DJ Robinson. They're closer to the box now, playing that outside linebacker spot. Zion Robinson, you saw there as well. So those guys did a good job for us. Then inside linebacker, you know, we had Parker Skinner. Parker last year, due to injury, got a lot of reps, got a lot of experience last year, is doing the same thing this year. You know, Drew was there for the first part of the game, had an injury, and Zion Robinson bumped to the inside and played the rest of the game at that inside position.
Looked like you were able to do some platooning as far as your defensive line as well. There were the three other guys that were coming in. I want to say 33, 44, and 54.
Yeah. So, and you know, right there, you're talking about Wade. You're talking about a guy named Jaden Foster, who's a freshman, number 54. Right. You know, so we do have options there and can keep those guys, you know, fresh and get some other guys in the game though. So do a good job, Coach Sean Saints, you know, coaching those D linemen. You know, does a tremendous job. Those guys getting after it, making the right reads, and then flying around.
Well, it kind of threw you a curveball there when you started having to mix and match. When you have injuries, you know, that's something you have to do. People got to be ready to step up and play different roles, right?
Well, and we did some different things, you know. Basically, when Drew got out, they kind of found a weakness inside interior. They started running right at us in the box. Zion Robinson's a phenomenal player. Hasn't had a lot of experience at inside linebacker. Hasn't practiced it all that much. So that led to an issue there, you know. I know this week he's going out there practicing it a lot and going to be a lot better at it this time, a lot more prepared. So they did find a weakness there. I think, you know, with them running right at us, they did some things inside, wrapping the guard, pulling him inside, inserting him. But they did a good job. Now that back, you know, he's a phenomenal running back. When he got going, you know, he was hard to bring down. Fortunately, at the first of the game, we never really let him get going. But once he did, you know, he had some success. Quarterback was a really good runner too. You know, I think that's a really good South Tiller team. You know, I don't want to take anything away from those guys. They're gonna play really hard. They're in a very, very tough division.
Yeah, they had about 3 or 4 guys that really stood out as the game progressed. I know it was hot out there, and they were able to kind of get in motion, kind of going late in the game. As far as total statistics, I showed New Albany with 106 yards rushing, South Tiller with 173 yards rushing. Passing wise, the Bulldogs with 158 yards passing, South Tiller with 149 yard passing. So total offense for New Albany 264 yards, and for South Tiller 322 yards.
Yeah. You know, that's a little bit lower than we'd like to have offensively. I know Keelan Simpson had a good game, had around 130 yards rushing, just shy of that, I believe. You know, Keelan popped a big run over an inside trap play. Also later in the game, you know, he put the game away by getting several first downs in a row. Keelan's a guy, he's a bruiser for us. He's going to continue to get a lot of the load carrying the football, and we expect him to have a really, really good year. Up front, offensive line, you watch the film, we were one block away so many times. You know, I think that was kind of the story of the game. Everything clicked that first quarter. You know, it wasn't that we just played bad the second half and whatnot. We were a block or a play or a bounce away from things being big the second half as well.
Go ahead.
Well, I felt like we had momentum there, and we, you know, after Keelan popped that big run, and I think we turned the ball over down there on short yardage right there on the goal line, pretty close. And
well, turnovers, you know, are a problem anytime. You know, we fumbled the ball on a J screen pass to Caleb Shumpert. They turned the ball over right there. They got the ball, or we turned the ball over. They scored, produced points off of it. Later in the game, we're driving, you know, and had a chance to stick it in the end zone, and we fumbled down there near there in the red zone. So turnovers definitely changed the game up, you know. So those are two things that one of them turned over when they got points off of it. The other one turned over when we should have gotten points off of it.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed we didn't get points right before halftime. I know we were getting the ball the second half, so it's always good to put points on the board right there before half. Yeah. Unfortunately, had a fumble on that as well.
Well, and we do that specifically. Anytime we get it, you know, there's different mentalities, there's different schemes, but we typically would defer and try to get the ball second. That way we can play the clock game and get a 2-possession swing right there, you know, ending the first half and then going into the second half.
I'll tell you what, was a huge play when Shaw, I think it was Shaw that hawked that guy down, that broke that thing loose, and then ultimately saved the win for us there.
Yeah, you know, in the first quarter, he had a big catch over the middle, made some guys miss, and had a long touchdown run. So that was Shaw being Shaw. You know, he's dynamic. We got to get the ball to him more. And a great hustle play late in the game, made a play at the ball. I thought he was going to pick it, ended up not picking it. That guy bounced off of him, ran for a long play, and he didn't stop. You know, a lot of people would. He kept running, tackled him on, I believe, about the 2-yard line, and then they fumbled 2 plays in a row. And the second time we got the ball back. But you watch film, you can see their quarterback just completely exhausted, looking to come out, didn't come out. First one was a bad snap, didn't handle it. The second one, I think just sheer exhaustion led him to bobble the ball, fumble it, and we were able to get on it. So I was just kind of a testament to that game. It was obviously hot. Those guys, did a good job battling through adversity on both sides of the ball as far as the heat was concerned.
I had a friend of mine that knew one of the coaches from South Tiller, and they said they lost the game by 2 yards. So congratulations on the.
Well,
Shaw did an excellent. That was my play of the game. Was Shaw making the
so.
effort to catch him at the 2-yard line? That was awesome.
Well, like I said, it definitely sealed the win for us. And then, like I said, Keelan and those guys on offense being able to get some first downs consecutively, changed up and kind of sealed it. But huge just effort play. Those guys. That's kind of a testament to them. That's what I talked to them about after the game. You don't ever quit. And he didn't quit that way, and that changed the game. They were certainly pounding it and had a big play. 2 plays later, it's our ball, and we're going the other way. So huge swing right there.
Well, it was kind of like one of those games you just had to grind it out, right? You grit your teeth and grind it out.
Well, and I tell those kids also, there's things we need to do better, there's things we're going to learn from. But we beat a 6A football team. Got up on them early, found a way to win the game. That's a huge win for New Albany, so we're awfully excited about it.
Well, you're playing a huge school in South Tiller, right? They probably got 1,000 to 1,200 students, where we're setting about 500 or 600 students at our high school. And there's depth. There's a lot of different things that go into that. But anytime you can get a win, against a much larger school, it's a big win for our program.
Absolutely, big win for sure.
So. Well, we're going to take it to a break here, and we'll be right back with you with Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
I'd like to welcome you back to Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. Coach, we traveled to Corinth this week, right?
Yeah, another 5A opponent right here. South Tiller was 6A, Corinth's 5A. Historically, Corinth's been a really, really good program. I do think they're down a little bit this year, but they're coached well. They got some athletes that can really go. They're going to be a football team, a good football team year in and year out.
I got it as the 71st meeting between New Albany and Corinth. New Albany has won 22 games, lost 46, tied to second longest rivalry with Corinth. The most games they played against Tupelo. So anyway, but yeah, a little trivia there. New Albany has played Corinth every year since 1985.
Well, early in our stint here at New Albany, this is year 6 for us, but Corinth was kind of that team to beat. They won the state championship several years ago. That was kind of that hurdle we were trying to get over to Corinth. We felt like we went in, had a little bit of sticker shock from time to time, knowing we were lined up against them, but we played them pretty well year in and year out, and then finally got over that hump. I think it's a game that we're going to go into expecting to win, but we still got to play well, right?
Yeah. It looks like they're coming off a 5-6 year this past year, and you mentioned already moving up to 5A. Their division is West Point, New Hope, Pontotoc, Clarksdale, and Lafayette, and all of those guys started off the season this year 0-1. I thought that was kind of unique.
Yeah, I must say a lot of those will turn that around pretty quick. That's a lot of really good teams. Kind of was the same thing with South Tiller, playing a really, really tough conference, really tough division. But yeah, Corinth's a good team. Coach Dye, like I said, is going to coach those guys up, coach them well. Year in and year out, they're just a really good program.
Well, tell us a little bit about what are we going to see from Corinth this week?
So offensively, they're going to be similar to us. You're going to see them in spread. In years past, when they were really, really good, they did a lot of wing T stuff, but then they would go spread and let that DT Sheffield run around. So they're going to stay in spread. They've got a mobile quarterback, so you'll see him in 2x2 or 3x1, and then they'll also put H back in and have him off the ball, and they'll run counter, power, do some different things with him leading up in the hole. But a guy that, they don't throw the ball extremely well. Not to say they can't air it out a little bit, but he wants to run the ball. So that running back is a guy that, if you give him some space, not the bruiser that Saltillo had, but a guy that's fast enough that if he gets space, can take it to the house. So we want to bottle him up and make sure, we keep him contained as well.
Okay, tell our fans out there, what number will he be? What's the number to watch for them?
Well, the quarterback's number 7. I think the running back for the most part is number 8. But just talented guys that get after it.
Yeah, my understanding, the quarterback is a freshman.
Yeah.
And I think he's 14 years old. So anyway,
Yeah,
that's my understanding.
And actually, as an 8th grader, played with him last year as an 8th grader. A lot
Really?
of things. They had a Bronner Krajine that was a long-time starter
4-year
for
starter.
them. Yeah, it was number 7. Got hurt last year. Went through a couple of different guys. We're down to the 3rd-string quarterback, and the 8th grader came up and played a little bit. So he was around them last year. But like you said, it's definitely it's always interesting to have a freshman at quarterback, kind of like we did last year with Braden.
They're actually coming off a loss to Boonville, 23 to 13. I'm sure they had 205 yards rushing in the game and 16 yards passing. They had 5 turnovers. Looks like they had 3 fumbles and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and probably the first time Boonville's beat them in a while. I don't know what the stats would say, but Corinth is, like I said, is a historically really, really strong football program, and so the stats they speak for themselves right there. You can see with 16 yards passing, it's not something they want to do a whole lot. Anytime you're doing that, we're going to stop the run first. That's just what we do defensively. But you never want a guy to leave a guy open. A team can always catch a fade one-on-one with somebody and produce points. So we're certainly going to go into it trying to stop the run, trying to make sure we get the quarterback hit when we can, and just keep those guys corralled offensively.
Well, one thing, Corinth is usually really athletic, right? They've had and year in, year out, they're just going to have 3 or 4 of those different cats, right?
Well, and they're not going to be near as big as Saltillo up front on the offensive side. They've got a couple guys. Number 50 is a power lifter that we're very familiar with from being in the division with him. He's a 700-pound squat guy. He's extremely strong, but they don't have the sheer size that Saltillo had Friday night.
Well, and with athleticism becomes speed. So kind of on the defensive side of the ball, what are we going to see from them on the defensive side of the ball?
Kind of talked about it. They've got more of those skilled linebacker bodies than they do linemen. So they're going to be in what we'll call a 3-3 stack, which pretty much brings 5 linebackers into the equation, whether they're linebackers or safeties. So they've got 3 down linemen, 3 interior linebackers, and then 2 guys are rovers or outside linebackers that bump down, and then with the 3 high shell. So they have 2 corners on each side and a safety sitting back in the middle. But a lot of speed there. They're pretty fast. Nothing. The 3-3 stack gives you a lot of opportunities to blitz, right? If you've got 5 linebackers back there, you can bring them from any way. So our offensive line's got to do a good job this week of preparation, keeping our eyes up, seeing where pressure's coming from, making sure we take care of it. I think we're certainly capable from a skill position that we get guys in space. When they get the ball, they can continue to do special things with it. So I also think, offensive line wise, we ought to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And get Keelan, get him rolling as well. So, I don't know that we look at it and think that they take anything away per se, but they've got a job to do. They're trying to do it too. We just got to be better than they are.
I showed the defense for Corinth forced 3 fumbles and had an interception for a touchdown this past week.
A lot of that goes back to that speed. They have a lot of speed on there with those linebackers and DBs, more so than they have got big guys, so those guys can roam around effectively.
Corinth's extremely young. I think about 62% of their roster. I think they've got 20 kids that are seniors and juniors, and the rest of them are freshmen and sophomores. So it's got a lot of young guys.
Well, I think the team for sure is a young team. I think they do have about 6 or 7 starters on the defense. So they are experienced in some of those key spots. But as a whole, the numbers they've got are all young guys.
Well, no doubt. Anytime you line up against Corinth and New Albany, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. It's going to be one in the trenches. How do you think we stack up, offense and defense up front?
Well, again, I think the strength of our defense is those defensive linemen. I'd sit here and say I don't think they're going to be able to block us. I think consistently we're going to be better than they are up there, and that's what you hope going into it. With that being said, we've got to do a good job. We've got to stay low. We've got to make sure we're in the right gaps and have that under control. And we got to make sure those inside linebackers are stepping up, playing, moving forward. So we do that. I think we can be in good shape. I know we're going to get good play out of those edge guys and DJ and Cortland Earl. You know, those guys just did a really good job for us last week, and they'll continue to do that again. So feel really good about that. On the offensive side, you know, I think our offensive line, the same five are playing now. We've got Kathy back. He looked good Friday night, made it through the whole game. Conley had a good game. So those guys are meshing, gelling together. So I look for those guys to only get better and better. And I tell people all the time that offensive line, a little partial, but they are a lot of the key to success, though. So, I mean, they've got to continue to do a good job and get better and better, too.
Looking forward to making the trip up 45 to Corinth.
Well, you know,
Yes,
kids,
sir.
they get to play on the turf, you know, we get to get after it. You're not going to get the uniforms dirty and whatnot, but, you know, it's a big game for us. You know, we look at our non-division, it's one that, you won't need to try to win right there. But just excited about another opportunity, another chance to get out there and play.
Sir. Well, look, on behalf of Mr. David Good and myself, Paul Henry, thank you for tuning in today for Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield, brought to us by
Gumtree Mortgage, Jody Walls, Brady Brock, and then State Farm, Pam Brown State Farm. I appreciate those guys and ladies so much for supporting us.
Yeah, thank you, and go Dogs.
Here at Pam Brown State Farm, we are so excited to sponsor Inside New Albany Football with Coach Cody Stubblefield. We have served New Albany for a quarter of a century, and we are so proud to continue to serve this wonderful community far into the future. We look forward to a fantastic season for Coach Stubblefield and the Bulldogs. Good luck, and go Dogs!
Into the city. Come visit and make your home in the fair and friendly city.
He looked at me and kind of waved. Between the New Albany Bulldogs and the homestanding Corinth Warriors. Tonight's kickoff, like all kickoffs, is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Northeast begins its football celebration of 75 years of athletics with 4 home football games this year, hosting Hines on September the 7th, Itawamba on September the 21st. In October, the Tigers are hosting Holmes on the 5th for homecoming and Kahoma on the 26th. Visit www.nemccathletics.com for a complete schedule. You can also watch Northeast football all season on nemcctv.com.
I want to remind everybody that you're listening to the football game tonight on WNAU. Also streaming WNAU.com on your mobile device. And go to YouTube, New Albany High School. And you can tune in and watch it live, watch the ball game live, and listen to us. Chris Russell here once again with the journalism department. If you didn't get to see last week's broadcast, that group really did a good job with the cameras and the videos. I mean, I watched it 3 times this week and really enjoyed watching it. I also want to remind everybody, watch the football pregame show with Coach Cody Stubblefield. It'll be on the same thing on YouTube prior to the football game. Nice thing to enjoy. Keith, captains are hitting the field.
Captains for the Bulldogs are coming out. Got a little glare here, so bear with me. I'm looking. I see that Caleb Shumpert, number 7, is going to be one of our captains. Number 13, Jeb Bolin, is one of our captains. I believe number 14, Caleb Shaw, is a captain. And then the last one I'm trying to figure out, bear with me, number 3, and that's going to obviously be Simpson, our running back. So Bulldogs, they're moving around. Looks like that the Warriors have won the toss, and they deferred, so the New Albany Bulldogs will get the football to start this game.
We will be back with a kickoff in 1 minute. You're listening to Bulldog Football on the Sports Connection, WNAU.
Once again, Baptist Union County received
All right, we're back at Corinth getting ready to get this thing started. The New Albany Bulldogs have already come through the tunnel heading out on the field. They're surrounded Coach Stubblefield over there on the visitor side, still waiting for Corinth to run through their tunnel there, Kurt. And I can't tell if we're going to slip by on this weather or not, Kurt.
Well, I don't know. I looked at the radar. There's showers all around, and it even looks like there may be some back in New Albany.
Well, that wouldn't bother me a bit if we get a little rain in New Albany.
No, we didn't bring one of our computers so we could watch the replay on it, but they've got a Jumbotron here at Corinth, and so we'll be able to watch it up there tonight and enjoy it. Usually, we forgot the thing last week to bring one, didn't we?
No, that's on me. I apologize.
Actually, the stream is about one play behind, so when there's something happens down there, we can look at the video going on and see the play that just took place. Like I say, Chris Russell on duty himself tonight, didn't bring anybody with him. He's going to handle the whole show, and it'll be done first class, I can assure you of that.
If anybody can do it by themselves, Chris can handle it, for sure.
Waiting on the Corinth Warriors to come out, still onto the field. The Bulldogs are out there ready and waiting, and I don't know what the holdup is, but still waiting on the Warriors coming. Keith, you had the chance to visit with Sam Creekmore and the folks down there before the game.
I did. I went down to Ace Fiber and New Albany Light, Gas, and Water are in the middle of creating a unique partnership where they formed a New Albany Light, Gas, and Water is going to build the fiber infrastructure that will be leased to Ace Fiber, which is a broadband subsidiary of Alcorn County Electric Power Association. And basically what's going to happen is we're about to have some really quality internet access in New Albany. If you want to find out more about it, you can go to ace-fiber.com or you can follow Ace Fiber on Facebook.
Back deep for the Bulldogs will be DJ Robertson and Nehemiah Boyd. Shaw will be in the middle, number 4. He'll line up along the 4-yard line awaiting the start of this game. And the Warriors finally came out on the field. Now they're going to finally come out to kick the football off. I don't know what they may be stalling for the inevitable, but we're
maybe so.
But they're sure not getting in a hurry about anything. Shaw had a big game for the Bulldogs. DJ Robertson had a big game for the Bulldogs last week. So we are. I've never seen stalling. Have you, Keith?
I don't know what's going on here. I almost think could be to the point of a penalty.
It certainly could be. Warriors lined up now. They're going to kick it away. Trying to get everybody where they want them. And it's a high, short kick fielded at the 20-yard line by Jeb Bolin. He turns it straight up, gets it out to the 25-yard line. Give him a 5-yard return, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, really good kick there by the Corinth kicker. He kicked it. It was kind of one of those pooch kicks, but it was deep enough that it kind of got to where Jeb and our other return man behind him, I think that was DJ, almost collided, but Bulldogs are going to have 1st down and 10 yards to go on about their own 27-yard line.
Jeb will work as a wide receiver, wide to the right. Jumper to be wide to the left. Bulldogs will work with Simpson in a pistol formation behind Shettles, the quarterback. He looks at a 3-down lineman set by the Warriors, 3 linebackers. A little bit of motion straight ahead to Simpson, nowhere to go. He got the line of scrimmage. That'll be all they get. No running room whatsoever.
Not a lot there, Kurt. A lot of penetration there on the from the Corinth Warrior defensive front, and just really was a straight dive up the middle, and going to be no gain on it. Going to be 2nd down and 10.
Shaw checks into the football game. Him, DJ Robertson, and Shumpert, all 3 on the left side, in tight, stacked. As the Warriors walking outside linebacker up, turn and pitch it to Simpson, trying to get on the edge, does so. He gets out to the 31-yard line, taken down. Got 4, maybe 5 yards out of it. We're going to give him 5. It'll be a long 5, though. 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Well, a really good call there by the New Albany coaching staff. They were stacked in the box there, and we ran it, and Corinth just did a really good job of getting speed out there to cut that off. I thought it was going to be a bigger gain than it ended up being. All right, Jeb's going to take the snap. He's rolling to the right, looking for a receiver. Got one out in the flats, going to hit it. Going to pick up the 1st down, and I can't tell if that is Shaw or I believe that's. Yep, it was Shaw. Going to be a 1st down for the Bulldogs. Good job there by the offensive line, and a good job by quarterback and the receiver getting that 1st down.
First down of the football game. 10-18 remaining, 1st quarter. Bulldogs took the opening kick, ran it back 5 yards to the 25. Now they've got a 1st down out at the 37-yard line. Shettles brings a man in motion, right to left. Fakes it to Simpson, going to run the option off of it, tries to pick up a block. He does so, turns it upfield, taken down right at midfield. Nice job of coming back blocking by, it looked like Shaw, Keith.
Yeah, really good job there blocking on the outside by the Bulldogs receivers. Good job by Braden of running the option. Faked it up the middle. The defensive end just pinched down, and Braden pulled it out and took it to the corner and ran a really good option play. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs.
DJ and Bolin wide to the right. Now Simpson comes out of the backfield, gets on the wing as Shaw goes in motion. Turn and pitch it to him, get him on the edge. Sidesteps one tackler, plunges inside the 40 to the 38. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs.
I love the play call. Just had Shaw going in motion from left to right. Braden caught the snap and just pitched it forward to him, getting him on the corner. And number 14 for the Bulldogs, he needs to touch the ball as much as possible. Really good athlete.
Bulldogs looking to the sideline, waiting instructions. And now they've got him. Pistol formation for the Bulldog. Hand off to Simpson, straight ahead. Picks up a block, breaks a tackle inside the 10 to the 5. Taken down at the 5-yard line from behind. No flags on the play. Nice job up front. Got a seam, and Simpson hit it.
Well, just a straight dive, like you said, up the middle. The 2 linebackers for Corinth just kind of, I guess they were both on the blitz because they ran right by Simpson. Once Simpson got past them, there just wasn't anybody there. Big game for the Bulldogs.
1st down at the 5-yard line for the Bulldogs. Shettles talks to Simpson, his deep back. They get in a heavy set, the Bulldogs do. Hand it off to Simpson off the right side. He's got some running room. He's hit at the 3, taken down at the 3-yard line. And it's tough running in there, David Good.
down to the 2-yard line. Tough run. The linebacker came up there and hit him as he was reaching for the goal line. I was kind of surprised that the ball didn't pop out, but Bulldogs got 2nd down and goal.
Mark it at the right hash. Shettles marks out the single, hands it to Simpson straight ahead, got penetration in the backfield. Simpson fought it off and got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job there. Just ran a little trap play to the right side. Keelan did a really good job of staying down, keeping his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, able to get the touchdown. It actually, ball was on the ground. Corinth picked it up and was actually taken off the other way, but they had already signaled a touchdown. Good first drive for the Bulldogs.
This extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet down on Main Street, downtown New Albany, open Monday through Saturday. Snap is back. It's good. It's up. It's high. It's long, and it's going to be good. Bulldogs go up 7-0 back in 60 seconds.
Wage war on weeds, lawn and pest solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Here in Corinth, the Bulldogs have taken it down the field, scored a touchdown. We've got 8:14 left here in the first quarter. Bulldogs getting ready to kick off with a 7-0 lead, and really good start for the Bulldog offense there. Bulldog defense getting ready to come on the field after this kickoff. Again, this kickoff and all kickoffs is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. He's going to approach the ball, kicks it from the 40, another pooch kick. Corinth's going to take the ball at about the 23-yard line, slip down, going to hit his knee there. So Corinth is going to have the ball first down, 10 yards to go on their first possession, starting at about their own 22-yard line.
Bulldogs looked awful good, Keith, on that first drive, 75-yard drive, 4 first downs. Don't believe we even threw a pass, kept it on the ground all the way.
Well, it's just, again, really good mixture of plays and getting it on the outside, keeping it on the inside, and good job by the offense. Defense getting ready here. Obviously, we're missing our 2 starting linebackers. Tucker, our defensive tackle, is not playing tonight. He's not even dressed out, so going to be a challenge for the defense.
Bulldogs work with 3 down linemen sent. Walt Cortland Earl, an outside linebacker, up on the edge. Back to pass to the Warriors. Got time, got a man open in the flat, completes it at the 30-yard, out to the 30, the 35-yard line, taken out of bounds. He got wide open somehow, little break in the coverage. Give the Warriors a first down.
Good job by Corinth there. They had some guys going on some deeper routes, and they had time to throw the football, but the good job by the Bulldogs coverage in the secondary, so he ended up just dropping it out in the flat to the running back, still able to get the first down. Going to bring a man in motion, going to hand it off up the middle. Bulldogs penetrate, miss the tackle, and he's going to run that ball going to pick up a first down. That was number 8, Brown.
That's Brown, Keith. Remember him running the football like that last year. He's a talented running back. If I remember correct, we were talking about it on the way up here, but I believe Corinth's quarterback was hurt last year, and Brown's the one that came in and played quarterback for him last year.
I think you're right.
Always a danger with a football. Twin double wing set for the Warriors. Now they raise up, look to the sideline. Bulldogs got a 3 down lineman set, walk both of those outside linebackers up. DJ comes with heat, gets outside of him. Oh, somebody came up to the secondary, got 1 yard out of it, and I think that's number 25, good. Zion coming up, Keith, and he really flew up out of the outside linebacker spot.
Really good tackle by Zion. He came up and had one of our defenders had him by the jersey, but was losing him. and Zion came up and put a good lick on him, only able to get a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Got 1 yard out of it. Warriors stack everybody in tight. Do one running back set. That's number 8, Brown. They fake it to Brown. Quarterback back to pass. He rolls to the left. Gets outside the containment. Now it collapses on him. Nice job by the Bulldogs coming up. Drop him back at the 40-yard line.
Really good job by the Bulldogs. A lot of effort there. It looked like he might slip away and be able to run and pick up some good yardage, and the Bulldogs just didn't quit. Kept battling and going to lose yardage. They're going to be 3rd down and looks like about 16, 17 yards to go.
Number 54 for the Bulldogs checks into the football game. That's Foster, Jaden Foster, working at a defensive end. Got a mix-up on the snap, and I think the Bulldogs may have the football.
They had a guy coming in motion, Kurt, and it looked like it hit him when he was going by, but I think Corinth is going to get it, and they're going to be in punt formation.
They snapped it right into the motion man, Keith, and the Bulldogs will get Jeb Bolin back, anticipating a Warrior punt. He'll get back along the 25-yard line. That's a nice job by the Bulldog defense.
2 good series start off the game, offensively and defensively.
5:48 remaining, first quarter. 7-0 New Albany Bulldogs over the Corinth Warriors. Good snap. We've got whistles, we've got flags, and we're going to send it down to David Good.
Yeah, I had a Warrior that jumped off sides. He gets a little eager there trying to get on down the field to make a tackle. So Warriors offside, back on 5.
Mark it at the 30-yard line. Jeb will come up now. He'll stand between the 25 and 30-yard line. Nice New Albany Bulldog crowd on hand tonight, and a good crowd here for the Warriors. Snap back under heavy pressure, almost blocked. We're going to get a roughing the punter on the Bulldogs. Ran right into him. I thought he was going to block it, but Jeb's letting it roll. He's getting away from it, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, no doubt that's going to be the roughing the punter, and he just ran right into him. Didn't take the right angle, and going to be a 1st down for the Corinth Warriors, the way I figure it.
Well, they had about 24 yards to go for a 1st down, but I think that a personal foul is going to be automatic 1st down.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think you're right. I think that's what they were saying, but yeah, they're going to 1st down basically where the ball originally started from, but was a personal foul. I didn't think it was too much of a personal foul on the thing. Kicker did a little bit of acting, but they do get the ball back.
1st and 10, 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. New Albany leads 7-0. Brown's the lone running back. Young is the quarterback. He gives it to a man in motion. Now he fakes it to him, keeps it himself straight ahead. And a nice run, picked up 8 yards, and just found out Young can run with a football too, Keith.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, they brought the man in motion. I believe that was number 1 for them, Crump, and he just faked it to him, took it right up the middle, picks up about 8 yards.
2nd and 2, a long 2. Bulldogs show blitz. Now he walks back and loosens back up. That's Skinner. As the Warriors look to the sideline, Bulldogs walk up those outside backers. Warriors are going to turn. They're going to pitch it to Brown, trying to get outside. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, and scrambles inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a Warrior 1st down.
Kurt, that was just a straight turn and pitch. I mean, that's all that Young just turned and pitched it to him. He got to the corner really quick, picked up the 1st down easily, and Corinth Warriors, with the 8 of that penalty, are on the move.
2 wide receivers wide to the right for the Warriors. That's the wide side of the field. Back to pass is Young. Under pressure, he almost hit and completed the pass. And no, it goes incomplete, but what an effort by the Warriors. He went up high with a Bulldog on him and almost came down with it.
Well, Kurt, I'm telling you, I think that Hicks got tackled on that play, and they didn't call it. That definitely was holding, it looked like.
Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
About 10 yards to go for the Warriors. They're on the Bulldogs' 35-yard line.
Young works out of a shotgun, brings a man in motion right to left, fakes it to him, keeps it up the middle, straight ahead, spins from one tackle, finally taken down at the 30-yard line, but he gained 8 yards on it. 2nd and 8.
Kurt, all they're doing, man, is they're lining up with the spread offense, and they're running people in motion, and the quarterback is just reading, and if there's people not going, if the people are going with the motion guy, he's just pulling it out and running it straight up the middle.
Actually going to be 3rd down and about 4. As Young snaps out to Cena, hands it to one of his running backs, taken down, but not until he got a 1st down. And David, the Warriors are mixing it up with some misdirection. Good job of faking the football, giving the Bulldog defense something to think about. Young looks at the Bulldog front. Everybody boxed in, hands it to one running back, hits up in there, bounces it outside, gets on the edge, hit hard by a host of Bulldogs. Number 18 for the Bulldog with one of them, that's Earl.
Number 6 was the other, that's Deaton.
Yeah, good. And I mean, they really put a lick on him.
Yeah, good. Gonna have to do that. I mean, these guys from Corinth tonight, they're not very big, that's for sure, but they are quick, and they're running the spread offense. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
2nd down and 11. 2 minutes and a half remaining first quarter. Young tries to draw the Bulldogs offside. That did not work. Football's right at the 26-yard line. 2nd down and 11. Now Young talks to Brown, his handy running back. Hands it to him off the right side. He plunges ahead, gets down to the 20-yard line, and he just followed a host of blockers, Keith.
Yeah, just a power play off the right side, and really good blocking over there on the right side by Corinth, and just got it, like you said, had a host of people going to the right side, going to bring up a big possession play right here, 3rd down, and what you got, 4 yards?
3rd and 4. 2 receivers wide to the left side of the field. That's the wide side. As the Bulldog walk those outside linebackers, Cortland Earl and DJ Robson, walk them up along the line of scrimmage. Young looks at him. He hands it to Brown, tries to run it, cut it back across on a little misdirection, breaks a tackle, gets inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, and it's going to be really close to a 1st down, David.
About 3 yards to go. They got a really good kicker, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to kicker out here, but about 2.5, 3 yards is all they lack for a 1st down. Looks like they are going to keep the offense on the field.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them try to bark out some signals, pull the Bulldogs offside. If that doesn't work, then they'll send the kicking team in. Let's see what they do, Keith.
Yeah, I think you're right. The clock is under a minute.
Young is looking at the Bulldogs. He brings a man in motion. They snap it. They fake it to that motion man. He's got a 1st down inside the 15-yard line. A nice job. And I'll tell you what, they really do a good job of. They really do a good job of faking the ball.
They do a great job of that, but what they're really doing is they're getting good spacing up front. I mean, the field is really, really wide open with their linemen and their receivers, and there's a lot of space in there for Young when he does fake that handoff.
I really thought, number one, Crump had the football. But anyway, it's a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for the Warriors. Hand off to Brown. He's got some running room, but it closes down quick.
Good job coming up there, Kurt. I'm not sure if that was Skinner that came up, or I'm not sure who that was for the Bulldogs, but they did a good job of closing the gap there, because when the play first started, it looked like a Mack truck could have run through it, but closed down quick, 2nd down and 9 yards to go.
And that's going to end the first quarter. Bulldogs lead at 7-0. We'll be back.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
They're on about the 14-yard line, so it's they can get a 1st down before they get a touchdown.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. New Albany nursing a 7-0 lead as we get ready to start this second half. Cooled off a little bit here at Corinth Stadium. I'm not going to say it's cold, but it's comfortable.
It's not cold, that's for sure. Feels better than it was 2 weeks ago, though, isn't that the truth?
Young's talking to one of his wide receivers, bringing him in now. He's going to bring him into basically, going to put him at a tight end, pick up an extra blocker. They bring a man in motion. They fake it, hand it to him. I think we got a fumbling. I think the Bulldog defense came up with a football. I think that's going to be your nephew Ethan Conley with a football. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Big play right there. We talked about all night how they've done a really good job of faking the football and getting confusion on for the Bulldogs. And that time the exchange just didn't work out well for them. And as you said, Conley was able to get on the football. Big play for the Bulldog defense. Now the offense gets the ball back, move this thing down the field.
Shettles and the Bulldogs come out. Twin receivers left and right. Shettles fakes the handoff. Now he gives it. Pretty good running room up the middle for Simpson. Across the 25 out to the 27-yard line.
Good job by Keelan that time.
Going to gain 10 yards on it, Keith, and get a 1st down.
Well, they were pinching their defensive ends down really hard, and they're getting the handoff right before they get there.
Same pistol formation, gives it to Simpson again, spins away from one tackle, breaks another, out across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Good blocking up front by the guys on the offensive line. Good hard running by Simpson. And right now, Kurt, at this rate, me and you, we may be home in time to watch the highlights because the clock is running, both teams running the football a lot.
That's what I'm talking about now. 2nd down and 3 for the Dogs. Back to pass for the first time is Shettles. He's looking. Hits Jeb Bolin just at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
A really good play there by Braden. He had a receiver running deep, and he had a couple of guys with him. It would have been one of those that Braden could have said, you know what, I'm going to try it. He didn't. He checked off and went to Jeb, and Jeb just ran a really good route. And usually when you throw the football to Jeb, he's going to catch it. Great hands.
Jeb and DJ Robinson to come wide to the right. Shaw and Shumpert wide to the left. Simpson the running back. Snap is back, hand off to Simpson. No, Shettles fakes it to him, and now he's taken down. He's going to lose about 3 yards on it. I think he was looking for a run-pass option, and they had him covered. They had the receiver covered. Just nowhere to go with the football.
Well, good job up front by the offensive line. Had the ball been handed off to Keelan that time, I believe he would have picked up big yardage. There was a hole there, and I think the play, like you said, was just designed to run the option to a receiver, and they covered it well.
Shaw comes in motion. He turns upfield. Shettles rolls to his right. He's looking, throws a bullet to Shaw. Completes it at midfield, sidesteps the tackler. Still on his feet at the 45, breaks a tackle at the 40, taken down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 by an electrifying Shaw.
Kurt, I'm telling you, man, I love him. He's a great receiver. He's a great athlete. Good job that time by Braden to get him the football, and when he did, he made a couple of really good moves. Thought he might go all the way there for a minute and just got a little, things got clogged up. Big play for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10. Handoff goes to Simpson, straight ahead, plunges inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. He's going to gain 8 on it.
Right up the middle there, Kurt. Good job by Sam Morton up there. Horn, Conley, right there in the center of the offensive line. Good blocking, good hard running by Simpson, and Bulldogs are moving it down the field again pretty much with ease on offense.
Actually got 7 on it. We're going to call it 2nd down and 3. And you said it, Keith, the Bulldogs are coming here, and the offensive just looked like a well-oiled machine.
For sure.
Shaw in motion. Hand off to Simpson, straight ahead, shoestring tackle, dives to the 25-yard line. Taken down right there, but it's going to be enough for a Bulldog 1st down.
Well, Kurt, Corinth is bringing their guys from the outside, just crashing in, and we're doing a really good job of getting the exchange, getting it to Simpson. And they're either going to get him there at that point or he's going to slip through them. And if the offensive line up front, the guard and the 2 centers are doing their job, you're going to find a big play pretty much available a lot of different times.
Well, that's what they're doing, Keith. They're running right between our centers and guards. They're hitting Simpson right up there. You called it. Shaw in motion. Stoppage of play.
Got a little procedure on the Bulldogs, Kurt.
I know we got Ethan Conley up there at center, Keith. I'm trying to figure out Sam Morton is the right guard, but I can't see who is our left guard.
Horn is going to be the left guard, number 67.
Well, those guys are doing a Jim Dandy job tonight.
They definitely are doing a really good job, as it is JT Newby over there and Ethan Cathy over at the right tackle. All the guys up front.
Cathy coming off of an injury from last year, and he's just about 100%.
Glad to have him back. Really good offensive lineman.
2nd down and 14. Shaw in motion, turned upfield. He's looking to Shettles, looking deep. He's got a man bowling. Touchdown into the land of milk and honey, and Shettles couldn't have read it perfect. They bit on Shaw, and Jeb was standing in the end zone all alone.
Well, you said it, Kurt. They were keeping an eye on Shaw. I thought they might get Shaw. It looked like he went to kind of cross the line of scrimmage, started going to the line of scrimmage a little early. They did not call it. And again, number 14 is somebody you want to keep an eye on. Jeb ran a really good route, and Braden did a good job of hitting him. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This extra point brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet, Main Street, New Albany. For delicious plate lunches, go by Tallahatchie Gourmet Monday through Saturday down on Main Street in historic downtown New Albany.
Got another Tallahatchie Gourmet trivia question coming up for you tonight, Kurt. Somebody's going to win a $25 gift certificate. They're going to enjoy it.
I'll tell you, David Good and I went by for lunch today. Just absolutely delicious.
Hate I had to miss that event today.
Snaps back, kicks down, it's up, it's high, it's long, and it is good. Bulldogs take a 14-0 lead back in 60 seconds.
Wage war on weeds. Lawn and Pest Solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fix them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Taking a 14-0 lead. We've got 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half. Bulldogs getting ready to kick off here. Going to kick another little pooch kick. It's going to come down at about the two Corinth guys run into each other at about the 25. Good job of the coverage team. Going to bring him down. Not going to make the 30-yard line. Going to probably be first down and 10 for the Corinth Warriors at their own 29. Trailing the football game 14-0, and the Bulldogs, we've got 8 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first half.
One score coming in from Chevron Shortstop. That's located just across the street from New Albany High School. Go by every morning and see Elizabeth and Mandy. Best coffee in town, Chevron Shortstop, just across the street from New Albany High School. Ripley's taking a 21-0 lead over the Kossuth Aggies. Still in the first quarter, I assume. And we'll have more scores for you as the night goes on.
Corinth's going to run just a straight dive there. Good job by the Bulldog front wall there. Nothing there. Looks like they're trying to give him a half a yard, maybe a yard, but going to bring up second down and long for Corinth. Clock running. Bulldogs leading 14-0. Young's bringing his offense up again. He's got a running back to his left side. He's got a double wing formation with two receivers out to the left. He's going to clap his hands. Now they're going to look back over to the coaching staff to get the play call. He's looking. The clock is running down to 7:22. Running back's going to switch from the left to the right. Young's going to take the snap, hand it to the running back, runs it up the middle. Had an initial, Bulldogs had the hole. He was able to slip through there a little bit. Going to pick up more yards than he probably should have. Third down and about a long 3, maybe 4 yards to go for the Warriors. Clock just went under 7 minutes to go. Warriors are going to send two receivers out to the right side. They got a tight end on the left, a wing back on the right, running back to the left of Young. They clap their hands, then they look over to the coaching staff waiting on the call. Clock still running, 6:40 left in the first half. Young's talking to his running back to his left side. He's going to take the snap. He's going to run it right up the middle. Good blocking up front by the Warriors. Big play right there for Corinth. Good job of blocking and good job of running by Young.
You're not kidding, Keith. There was a good block. Somebody actually put Hicks on his back right there with a block. I don't know. Hicks was coming inside, I think, on a stunt, and it was picked up. And, I mean, they blew him on down inside and ran off of that block. Nice job of blocking up front by the Warriors.
Yeah, not much there. Not many defenders there for sure. Young's going to have two receivers to the right again. He's got a wing back, going to bring one of the receivers in motion. Got a little trouble with the exchange, but Young keeps the ball. Really athletic move, Kurt, by Young there to pick up 5 yards.
Nice job of faking the handoff. You got to respect it because they'll give it to these guys and they'll get on the edge, but this young quarterback can run the football. We got a timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not so good times too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
away.
All right, we're back at Corinth. 5:55 left in the first half. New Albany leads the football game 14-0. Corinth has it second down and about 5 yards to go inside Bulldog territory. Young sending another receiver. He's going to fake it to him and hand it to the running back. Good job, good stiff arm by the Corinth running back. He's going to get down to the 22-yard line. Double fake there, Kurt, and really good job. Hard running there by number 5 for Corinth. That's going to be That's going to be DJ Woods.
I'm going to tell you, he broke that thing. Shaw came up and put a really good contact on him, had him wrapped up. Somehow he slipped away from him, stroked down the sideline. DJ finally runs him out of bounds. Young works back at the shotgun formation. Looking at that Bulldog front, showing blitz. A linebacker, now he backs back out. Hands it off to his running back. Looks inside, now turns it back inside. Down to the 10-yard line, down to the 8 before he's taken down.
Well, I tell you what, like I said, we talked to some guys from Corinth before the game, and they talked about how young they are. This offense right here with some of these young guys, they continue to grow and mature, and they're going to be something to deal with. There's something right now because they are running this thing to perfection.
They really are, Keith. First down, it'll be at the 8-yard line. 5:18 remaining before your halftime show. 14-0, the Bulldogs lead the football game. Brings a man in motion, fakes it one way, keeps it himself. Young does, and this time sidesteps a would-be tackler, got back to the line of scrimmage. And this guy's so quick on his feet. I mean, Hicks had him in the backfield and just couldn't wrap him up.
Well, I tell you, they almost did it again, Kurt. They had a receiver coming from the right side, and the receiver, the running back, and the quarterback all had a little bit of a collision there that could have caused a major problem for them. But Young, being the athlete that he is, was able to hold on to the ball and pick up a little bit of yardage. Going to be second and goal for the Warriors.
Young will keep Brown at his running back, set him to his left side. Bulldogs stack it in tight. Back to pass is Young. Now he's going to keep it up the middle on a quarterback draw. Nowhere to go. Nice job. Bulldog defense didn't take the bait.
Well, Kurt, I don't know. You called it a quarterback draw because when he first dropped back, I thought, why in the world are they going to try to pass? And he was back there, and if it was a pass, there just wasn't anything there, and he ran it. And probably you being the more of an expert at this than me, he probably was running a draw the whole time.
No question.
Oh, man.
Young looks over a Bulldogs defense. He's got a 3rd down and 10 at the 10-yard line. Can't get a first down. Back to pass. He's under pressure, throws it. He had a man at the 8-yard line, overshot him.
Well, they were setting up a screen over there to the left side, and Young just overthrew his receiver. There were a couple of Bulldogs there. I don't know that he would have scored the touchdown, but the Corinth Warriors are going to bring in their field goal team. 3:45 left in the first half. Corinth Warriors about to attempt to get on the board.
I agree with you, Keith. I do not think he would have got it in the end zone. He would have picked 2 or 3 yards up. And the Bulldog defense really tight and stiffened up once it got in the red zone. Warrior kickers in to try this extra field goal. Had a little problem with the hold. It hits the upright and bounces inside a good. We've got a 14-3 football game. 3:40 left before the halftime. Back in 60 seconds.
Wage war on weeds, lawn and pest solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Barbecue. All right, take it away.
All right, we're back at Corinth. Corinth Warriors just kicked a field goal, make the score 14-3. We got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. And Kurt, this game's going by rather swiftly, man.
It really is. Mostly both teams keeping it on the ground as the Bulldogs get Shaw back deep. He'll be around the 10-yard line. He'll be flanked by DJ Robbins and Boyd, both respectively out around the 15, between the 15 and 20-yard line. And the Bulldogs lead it 14-3. 3 minutes left before the half. We'll see if Coach Stubblefield elects to try to throw the football this series, throw it and get some more points on the board at halftime, or takes it more conservative here in the last couple of minutes of this halftime. Super high kick fielded at the 27-yard line by number 7 of the Bulldogs. He breaks 3 tackles, still on his feet, and taken down at the 42-yard line, but a really nice run by Shumpert of the Bulldogs.
Caleb caught that. I thought he was going to go to a knee, and he didn't. And he cut to the middle of the field. And had he not slipped, there was one guy, and he slipped. I think he might have had a chance to take it to the house, but really good run.
That's exactly what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah, really good run there. Bulldogs have really good field position. 3:31 left here in the first half. Bulldogs on their own 42-yard line.
He'll stay wide to the left. That'll be Shumpert. Corinth loosens that defense up a little bit, walks those linebackers back as Shettles works, looks over to Simpson. They're going to run the option. He's going to turn, he's going to pitch, and Simpson's going to get it out to the 45-yard line. He's going to gain 3 yards on it. 2nd down and 7.
Kurt just running an option. That's what that play was from the very beginning, a straight option to the wide side of the field. And Braden just kept the football as long as he could. Corinth did a really good job of extending the play.
Gave him a pretty nice spot, really got 4 yards out of it. 2nd down and 6 for the Bulldog. Clock running, 3 minutes. Shettles hands it to Simpson straight ahead. Bounces off a tackler, finally out taken down right at midfield.
You called it, Kurt, there. Wasn't a whole lot there, and Simpson just bounced off the Corinth Warrior defender, was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards. Going to be 3rd down and a long 1.5, maybe 2 yards.
Shettles working with an empty backfield. Looks at a Warrior 3-down lineman set, 3 linebackers. Backers about 3, 4, 5 yards off of the line of scrimmage, anticipating a Bulldog pass as the clock runs inside 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And Shettles hands it instead to Simpson. It's there. He's running. He's taken out of bounds along the 20-yard line, and I don't know whether we're going to have a horse collar or a face mask, Keith.
Not sure what we had on that one. I don't know if David's down there and can see it or not.
David Good was right down there on it. Couldn't tell whether it was face mask or a horse collar.
Face mask. First mask.
Well, that's going to make it even a bigger play for the Bulldogs. Good call there by the offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs. They had Simpson out on the left side. As you said, Braden had an empty backfield, and the Bulldogs just brought him back in. They saw something on the side. He ran it to that outside and was able to pick up big yardage.
Yeah, I think the offensive staff saw those linebackers loosened back up 5, 6 yards deep and decided, hey, we got plenty of time with Simpson running the ball like he does. Let's give it to him. And Shettles hands it to him again straight ahead. He plunges down inside the 10-yard line. Gained 4 yards on it. 2nd down and 6. Clock running, 1:57.
Good blocking up front by the guys, and a good job by Keelan running really hard. And as you said, Kurt, clock shouldn't be a factor here. It's running down to 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first half. Plenty of time. Just take your time, get it in the end zone, get some more points.
That's exactly what Coach Stubblefield is doing to running this clock down. He wants to score with virtually no time left in the half. Shettles talks to Shumpert and Bolin. Hands it off the right side to Simpson. Shoestring tackle. They got back to the line of scrimmage all in. I mean, if he could have got by that one shoestring, he was in the end zone.
Well, a good job there by that Corinth Warrior defender, able to get his hand on him, get him down. Clock now is getting down to about 1 minute left 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Urgency a little bit more with the time, but still got plenty of time to get it in the end zone.
3rd down and 6. One running back set, that's Shettles. Simpson set off to his left. Looking to the sideline, waiting on instructions on a crucial 3rd down and 6. I think the Bulldogs are going to run it down. I think they're going to take a timeout, and that's exactly what they're going to do, and we're going to take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Okay, that sounds great.
Call them at 539.
All right, Keith, you got it.
That's El Agave Mexican Grill, 650 Park Plaza, New Albany.
All right, take it away.
Oh, we're back. Braden's got a receiver to his left, 2 receivers to his left. Got Keelan behind him. He's going to hand the ball to Keelan right up the middle. Good move by Keelan. Great job of following his blockers. And he got into the land of milk and honey, Kurt saw.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, I thought we got a signal for a touchdown. He did not get in, but he did get a first down.
Got a first down. They're going to mark the football at the, looks like about the 3-yard line, David Good.
You're exactly right, Kirk. Bulldogs not choosing to call a timeout, going to try to run it in, and they do.
And that time,
the end zone by Keelan Simpson.
And that time Simpson did that previous run, Keith. That was about as good as you can run the football. He sidestepped a man, broke a tackle. I mean, I'm like you first. I thought he was in the end zone, but he did really a good job just to get anything out of it.
He really did. He's doing a really good job tonight of spinning and moving, and very impressed with his running. Good job by the guys up front blocking.
Mr. Automatic coming in for the extra point. Brought to you by Tallahatchie Gourmet, downtown New Albany. If they'd stay open, we'd go get something to eat from them when we got back. Hold is down, kick is up, it's long, it's high, and it is right down the middle as always. Bulldogs 21, Corinth Warriors 3, 19 seconds remaining in the half. We're going to hold it right here, Keith. And like I said, we went down Tallahatchie Gourmet today, and I mean, I had a chicken salad. I'm going to tell you what, it was really good.
I'm sure it was. As a matter of fact, I was in a meeting, and I didn't know if y'all went or didn't go. But like I said earlier, I hate I missed it, and I'll try to. Well, no, we don't play next Friday, do we? I forgot about the open date.
We'll go eat anyway, though.
Oh, me, I'm gonna be out of town, I think. But anyway, this is a great job so far by the Bulldog offense tonight. It's just really been running on all cylinders. And defense, again, giving up some yardage, but really not giving up any points, Kurt.
I really did a nice job of tightening it up once the Warriors got inside the red zone last series. The Bulldog defense really locked it down. Alexander ready to kick it off.
Just under 20 seconds left in the first half. Ooh, did another pooch kick there, Kurt. The little pooch kick that came up and actually scared me a little bit. I thought he was fixing to bust through there and get a long run, but Corinth's going to get a first down, going to have the ball first down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. 11 seconds left in the first half. Anxious to see what they're going to try here, Kurt. Young goes, he's got looking over at the staff.
Well, they're apparently going to have to run a play to get the clock moving, but I suspect they're going to take a knee. Try to get into the dressing room trailing 21-3. Hey, we're going to have some scores for you here coming up at halftime. And as always, the New Albany High School Band brought to you by French's Flower Shop. Go by and see Bill French for all your homecoming needs down on Bankhead Street. Handoff straight ahead, got about a 5-yard carry out of it. The clock's running. We're going to go to the dressing room, and we're going to send it down. We're going to send it down to David Good. He's going to get Coach Stubblefield. Should be pretty happy with the first half, David.
All right, we're just about ready for Cody. He's congratulating his teams coming off the sideline, so he's encouraging them for 2 more. So here we go. Coach, got to be pleased, scored on every drive you had the ball.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you do that, you're excited. We got to find a way to stop them a little bit better defensively, but when they've gotten down there, we found a way to stop them. Only gave up 3 points. So playing pretty well. We'd like to, not let them drive the field before we do that, but the guys playing hard, trying to stress to them to have fun. So we're pleased right now.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of time off the clock in between plays.
Yeah, that quarterback shift, they're doing a good job. Their offense has done a really good job. They got to where when they were driving right there, they had some success on us up front. We got to do a better job on the defensive side controlling that line of scrimmage.
Good luck second half, Coach. Back to you guys. All right.
football. That's not something that normally would happen. So we do have, and again, another thing that our coaches can do is they can go scout some future opponents with that open date. So
absolutely correct. And I'll tell you what, I like it because now we've gone, back in the old days you had 10 games and that was it. You might have what they called a bowl game. But now, I mean, you get yourself in a playoff position, you can wind up with 13, 14 game season. So a week off in there somewhere really comes in handy. Lets everybody get rested, get their legs back under them.
No doubt about it. And, Kurt, we got both teams back out on the field. New Albany did receive the opening kickoff, so they're going to be kicking to the Corinth Warriors here to start the second half.
Appreciated Aaliyah Hudson coming by, visiting with us at halftime. Of course, she's done such a great job with the New Albany Journalism Department the last few years, and I know Chris Russell really misses having her with her, but glad to see her advancing in that particular field.
Yeah, she's going to be she's a very talented young lady and got a bright future ahead of her.
Here comes Alexander forward on the kick, and he's going to kick this one high. He's going to kick it long. It's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Gets away from the ball carrier back to the 9 under heavy pressure. Does all he can to get to the 14-yard line, and I mean he is hit, and he's hit hard by a host of Bulldogs. And number 37 was one of them, Keith, and really came in there and made a nice tackle, and that's going to be Jacob Christ.
Well, good job there. Great kick there that time. It got deep down, like I say, inside their 20-yard line. And the return man for Corinth got a little confused on whether he wanted to catch the football or not. It did hit him. He had to go back and pick it up, and good job of coverage by the Bulldogs.
Bulldog defensive front to start with Gilbert, Howard, and Hicks up front. The coach by Coach Sanks. He's done a really nice job with that defensive front this year for the Bulldogs. Cortland Earl and D.J. Robertson will be working as walked up as outside linebackers. Walk them up along the line of scrimmage. Handoff goes straight ahead. Breaks one tackle, gets outside on the edge, still under pressure. Nice job of coming up out of the secondary by Cameron Keith, and he got 1 yard out of it.
Well, the running back for the Warriors was number 5, and I believe that's going to be Woods again, and there just wasn't anything in the middle of the field. He did a really good job of popping it out to the outside. Great job one-on-one tackling there by Cameron.
Nice. This is a young football team the Corinth Warriors have, but I'll tell you what, they've got some quickness in this backfield.
Yes, they do.
Young, the quarterback, is a night grader. Back to pass. He's looking. Tries to hit his receiver underneath. He was open in the flats, but couldn't get the football to him. Undershot him.
Good job there by the Bulldogs up front, getting pressure on Young that time. He tried to hit him in the flat, as you said, threw it just a little short of him. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. Going to be 3rd down and long for the Warriors.
Just underway in the second half. Bulldogs lead this football game 21-3. That's the New Albany Bulldogs over the Corinth Warriors. And the winds quit blowing up here at Corinth, and it's all of a sudden turned fairly muggy, to be honest with you. Young looks at a 3-down lineman set. Zion Robinson blitzes and runs right by the ball carrier, Young, and he's into the open field. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, cuts it back inside, across the 35, taken down to 37, 1st and 10 Warriors.
Well, just a really good play call by the Warriors that time, and I'm telling you, this young man, no pun intended there, but Young is he has a bright future in front of him because he's a 9th grader and very quick, very shifty. Big play for the Warriors there.
Bulldogs had an inside stun on, and Zion ran right by the ball carrier. We've got some movement along the line of scrimmage. That's going to be D.J. Robinson getting into the neutral zone, give the Warriors 5 yards.
He's got a little anxious there. They've done it all night. They'll try to draw us offside with a hard count. We've done a really good job of not biting on that, and that time just barely fell into the zone.
Bulldogs have played those outside backers up tight all night long. That's Cortland Earl. DJ Robinson. Young barks out the signals, hands it off. DJ does a nice job of turning it back in, but there's some running room across the midfield stripe down to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Well, again, that's number 5 for them. That's DJ Woods, and DJ Woods is a junior. Really good blocking on the right side for the Warriors, and good hard running, and just like you say, a couple of missed tackles there. They pick up another 1st down.
Cortland Earl, a 6'3", 185-pound speedster, has played some receiver for the Bulldogs, has played some in the secondary, and has found a home as this outside linebacker slot. Trying to get out on the edge this time. Once again, number 14, Shaw, in on the tackle after a gain of 2.
Caleb did a really good job of coming up and making a play there. They ran basically the same play they had ran before, trying to get on that edge, and good job by Shaw coming up out of the secondary to make the play.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Warriors Young bring a man in motion left to right, fakes it to him, keeps it himself straight ahead, and he's going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 yards before he's finally taken down. They're actually going to still dive on his feet, get a 1st down out of it, and I think it was a broken play, Keith. I think he looked right, nobody there to give it to him, just took off straight up the field.
Well, just made another athletic move is what he did, and once he got tangled up with some Bulldogs, the Warriors got on one side, the Bulldogs got on the other, and they just pushed us for the 1st down.
Warriors put in another pretty nice drive together. Skinner and Zion working as inside linebackers for the Bulldogs. Hand off to number 5. He looks inside. Now he tries to get outside. He does get outside. Gets on the edge down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Warriors.
Kurt, I tell you what number 5, Woods, for them does. He does a really good job of setting his blocks. He's patient. He's a patient running back. He waits for the block, the hole to develop, and really, really good running back.
No question about it, Keith. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 15-yard line. Young brings a man in motion, and he falls down. He faked it to his running back and wasn't coming in motion, and he went to run the football himself, and his right foot came out from under him. Going to lose about 5 yards on it back to the 23-yard line.
Well, you talked a little bit earlier, Kurt, about humidity, and we had some rain, and it looked like that time, obviously, he just slipped on the turf, and I'm sure the turf is a little damp down there. And anyway, big play for the New Albany Bulldogs.
Twin receivers wide to the right for the Warriors. Have not thrown the football a lot tonight. Clock runs, 7:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Back to pass is Young. He looks underneath. He's got his man in the flats once again. Taken down hard by number 13, Jeb Bolin. Gained about 3 yards on it, Keith. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12.
Well, just a good play there by Corinth. They cleared the flat out there, had a receiver right there. Good throw by the quarterback, and even better job by Jeb coming up and making the tackle. Looked like it might be a big play there for a second, and Jeb did a super job of coming up making the play.
3rd down and 12 for the Warriors. Ball on the 19-yard line. Young, quarterback drawing. This time nowhere to go, and that's going to be Hicks for the Bulldogs. And I mean, he was waiting on it, Keith. He was ready for it, and he crashed down and took Young out with a. You might have got one. Now he's going to lose a couple of them. Now I think Young shaking up.
He lost his helmet on that lick. He's going to have to come out of the game, and you're right. He is shaking up, and they're going to call a timeout, but what a play by Hicks.
We'll take time out with them back in 60 seconds.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Well, great job by the Bulldog defense. Again, they moved the football, and they've done that tonight. They moved the ball well between the 20s, but the defense has really done a good job of tightening things up. And another big-time play there to stop, keep them out of the end zone. Bulldog offense back on the field. 6:05 left in the third quarter, and got a little time here, Kurt. I'll tell you, Kurt, you never know where somebody might be watching or listening. So I got a buddy of mine on a bucket list trip to watch Notre Dame. We got somebody in South Bend, Indiana, watching the game tonight. What about that? People watching everywhere. Good said we might have somebody from Kuwait possibly watching tonight.
My suspicion is all over the country is watching us.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I hate to say this, I don't want to sound like a smart aleck, but I think it'd be more entertaining than most of the channels we get at our house.
I think you might be right on that, that's for sure.
21-3 is the score. Warriors missed a field goal, a 39-yard field goal attempt, just never got it up. As Shettles brings Shaw in motion, or that's Jeb Bolin in motion, hands it straight ahead. And this time that's going to be DJ. Is that DJ running the football? I
can't tell the number.
I thought that looked like number 4. DJ Robinson working at a running back, and it was DJ. Got 5 yards on it, a good 5 yards. We're going to call it second and 5. And the Bulldogs now are not going to get in a hurry.
Well, they don't have to get in a hurry. They've done a really good job of moving the football tonight and just take the time.
Shaw in motion. Faked it to DJ. Throws it to Shaw. He breaks one tackle, sidesteps another, sidesteps another, breaks it inside out to midfield, first down, and he got a 30-yard gain, and 25 of it was on his own.
Well, I'm telling you, man, the young man is a really good football player. Threw the ball out to him in the flat, just kind of a little screen play. Actually threw the ball backwards to him and looked like he was going to be held for, like you said, not for much gain. And he just made things happen. First down for the Bulldogs at the 50-yard line.
Shumpert and Shaw wide to the left. Simpson back in the football game as a running back. Shettles rolls to his right, looking. Completes it. Down to the 43-yard line.
Good job there, Kurt, by Braden. Braden was he had just a straight drop back, and the pressure from our left side came really hard from Corinth. Braden did a really good job of running away from it, able to pick up the receiver, pick up about 7 yards on first down.
I had to look down and double check. That was Isaiah Simpson caught that pass. Second down, 3. Clock runs. Shettles turns, gives the pitch back to Shaw, trying to get the edge, and he does. Taken out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Well, Corinth all night they've been bringing their ends down quickly, down tight, and just kind of crashing them in. Really good play call there just to get it out on the corner as quick as possible, able to get the first down, and we're on the 35-yard line of the Corinth Warriors. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter.
Ball's at the left hash. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 35-yard line. Bring Shaw in motion. Turn it to pitch it to him. He looks upfield, breaks it inside. Inside the 25-yard line to the 24. It's going to be another Bulldog first down. And I think Shaw's getting close to what you call exhausted.
Well, I'd love to have the tonight we got Mr. Good down there on the sideline, of course, and I'd love to have the statistics because Shaw has had a great game for sure.
He really has. What I like about him, I've been watching when he doesn't get the football. Every time he goes in a pass route, he runs it wide open. Whether it's even coming on his side or not, you've got to cover him.
Yeah.
Shuttles back to pass. He looks. Oh, went up high. Shumpert jumped up and off his hands.
Well, I just ran a little slant route there to number 7, Shumpert, for the Bulldogs, and pass was a good high pass where Shumpert should be the only one to be able to catch it and just not able to come down with it.
(27-14). Morville leads East Union. That's a halftime score. Simpson back in it, running back, and the handoff goes to him straight ahead. He just gets behind those big offensive linemen of the Bulldogs, and they shove everybody for 4 yards.
Well, and again, that's a good point. We've had a really good performance out of the offensive line tonight with Newby, number 50, at left tackle. You got Horn, number 67, at the left guard. Conley, number 52, at center. You got Morton, number 79, at right guard, and then you got Cathy, number 65, at right tackle. Guys doing a really good job up front. Braden's got his offense out there. He's got 3 to the right. He's going to roll to the right, looking, got plenty of time, looking. Throws it back across the middle, and what a throw, and wow, what a catch, too.
That's Isaiah Simpson again, Keith, coming down with that football. What a catch.
Well, I want to throw. I mean, he threw it back across his body. It's one of those when he throws it, you're like, no, Braden, don't throw it back across your body in the middle. And he just whipped it in there. Perfect throw, great pass, great play by the Bulldogs. Braden still talking to Coach Stubblefield on the sideline. Other guys are looking over. They're setting up first down. They have first down and goal. Can't get a first down, only get a touchdown here. And that's what we want anyway. Braden's got 2 receivers to his left. He's got a running back behind him. He's going to shift the H back over to the left. Going to run it straight off the left side, off the left guard. Good hard running by Simpson. Going to get it inside the 5-yard line. Right at the 5-yard line. Going to be second down and goal. We got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. New Albany leads the football game 21-3. Braden's got 2 receivers to his left. He's got Simpson off his back right hip. He's going to hand it to Simpson again. Corinth just crashes in. No, not a whole lot there that time, Kurt. And going to be held to the line of scrimmage, third down and goal.
Got a halftime score to pass along to you. North Pontotoc 35, Water Valley 20. That's at halftime. Caledonia, hold on if this is correct. Caledonia 13, Itawamba nothing.
Oh, come on.
That's a third quarter score.
All right, Braden's got 2 receivers to the left, H-back to the left. Going to hand it to Simpson. No, he fakes it. Going to hit a slant pattern. What a play.
And Shumpert came up with it. Touchdown for the Bulldogs. Talk about threading the needle, and I don't know how in the world Shumpert kept his concentration, but he did. Great play by the Bulldogs.
Well, just a great throw by Braden and a really good catch by Shumpert. I mean, he just, like you said, there was a lot of traffic there. Braden zipped it in there, and Caleb was able to come down with a football for a touchdown. Good drive by the Bulldogs.
27-3 pending your Tallahatchie Gourmet extra point. And Keith, you better get ready for a trivia question.
I'm fixing to throw it on you, buddy.
Hey, the number to call is 316-4000 is the extra point by Tallahatchie Gourmet. Straight, it's high, it's long, and it's good. Bulldogs 28-3. And we're going to hold it right here Keith, you got it ready?
I got it. Bulldogs are playing Corinth tonight again. The question from our research staff came up with is, when is the last time the New Albany Bulldogs played at Corinth, and what was the final score? The last time New Albany played at Corinth, who won the game, what was the final score? And if you answer that question, you can win a $25 gift certificate at Tallahatchie Gourmet. What's that number again, Kurt?
316-4000.
316-4000 again. When was the last time New Albany played Corinth, and what was the score? When was the last time New Albany played at Corinth? What was the final score of that game?
Couple of scores brought to you by Chevron Shortstop. Tupelo leads South Haven 27-0 at halftime. Pascagoula 27-6 over East Central. South Panola leads Oxford in the fourth quarter 14-3.
Bulldogs getting ready to kick off here, Kurt. This kickoff and all kickoffs is brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. If you want to see their football schedule, you can go to www.nncathletics.com for a complete schedule.
Kick fielded at the 12-yard line, out to the 15 to the 20. Got a little running room across the 40. Got a foot race with Shaw. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Nobody's going to catch him. He's going to take it to the house all the way for the Warriors.
Well, just a big hole opened up. Not a good job of coverage by the coverage team. And once he got through that gap, he was going all the way, no doubt about it. And just a quick score there to hoping we'd keep him out. Go to the fourth quarter with a 21-3 lead, but they're going to run that kickoff back. Extra point pending to make it 28-10.
Senatobia leads Hernando 20-7. That's a halftime score. DeSoto Central 10, Lake Cormorant nothing. That's a halftime score. A little bit of a surprise. Madison Central 34, Brandon 13.
Corinth's going to go for two here. Young fakes it. He's going to kick it up the middle, and he's going to get the extra point. The 2-point conversion is going to make this score 28-11. So Corinth quickly comes back from the score for the Bulldogs, and they're going to kick off with 59 seconds left.
And Winona leads Grenada 12-7. That's in the first quarter. And we're waiting to see if we've got a winner on the trivia question, Keith.
Yeah, we again, when was the last time New Albany played at Corinth? Who won that game? What was the final score? $25 gift certificate to the Gourmet.
316-4000.
Kurt, I think I'm going to have an imposter. I think I'm going to have an imposter. I had an imposter this week picking my games for the Gazette.
That wasn't really you, was it?
It couldn't have been me, because it's going to be a rough week.
You can try and tell me you had Pam do your picking?
I don't know who did it.
You're not going to blame that mess on her.
Maybe my dogs or something. It was going to be a rough week, and I don't want y'all making fun of me. 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Again, New Albany leads the football game 28-11 after Corinth just ran the kickoff back, went for the 2-point conversion, which was successful. Bulldogs offense about to be back on the field here. They're going to try an onside kick, and I can't tell. Look like
I think they've got it. They being the Warriors.
I think we got it. Oh, we got a. Oh, they're going to throw a penalty there. They should.
We got the ball, and we've got a flag.
I think that's going to be on the Bulldogs.
Let's send it on down to David Good.
Going to be a personal foul against the Bulldogs, a little extracurricular activity with one of our players and one of their players when they were down on the ground. So, be a 15-yarder against the Bulldogs. We did recover the onside kick, though.
I'm not sure who recovered the onside kick. I don't know if it was Skinner. A really good job to recover it, because it was kicked and the whole team was running right at him, and he held on to the football.
Coach Stubblefield's out on the field somewhat. I mean, not in the middle of the field, but off the sideline. He really wants an explanation from the officials of what he wants. Now he's going to go over there and talk to his offensive football team. We've got 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 28-11. The New Albany Bulldogs lead this football game. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter with this football game, and I couldn't pick a better time for the Bulldogs to put about a 6-minute drive together right down the field, 3-4 yards at a time.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called on one of the players from New Albany, and he's been ejected.
Been ejected. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Is that what they're saying?
Sure did.
Tell us what's going on, David.
Had an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Bulldogs, and the player has been ejected. I'm not sure about the markage of the yards. I'm assuming that's 15 from the end of the play, but the Bulldogs did recover the onside kick, but Bulldog did get thrown out of the game. If you need to know the number, just send me a text.
Mark the football at the 34-yard line. Shettle sets his team. Handoff goes to his running back. That's Simpson, gets outside, looks now, he breaks it inside, gets out, taking it down at the 48-yard line. Jeb was trying to get in position to throw a block for him and just couldn't without hitting him in the back.
Well, good hard running, and to your point, a very smart play by the Jeb to not get that block, because he probably would have been called for a block in the back.
Couldn't really get in a position to make that block. I think it was Jeb. It could have been Shumpert. It was one of the receivers on this right side. Nevertheless, it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Shettles is going to let Simpson go. Ooh, man, I tell you what, I'm like, good. I don't want to get in front of him.
Man.
Straight ahead for 5 yards, 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. And I tell you what, we're going to watch right here. We're going to watch the clock run down to end this third quarter, and then we're going to watch the Bulldogs shove this football right down the field. We're going to be back in 60 seconds for the
Wage war on weeds, lawn and pest solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me, and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them, and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better, and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
It's the Tallahatchie River Fest, September the 23rd. This project is partially funded by a grant for Visit Mississippi.
All right, take it away.
All right, we're back at Corinth, getting ready to start this fourth quarter. Corinth Warriors are on defense. The Bulldogs had the football, 2nd down and about 5 yards to go. And, Kurt, we do have a winner. I'll give you that winner after this play.
Got a winner. Warriors have a 2nd down and 4. Excuse me, the Bulldogs do, and they hand it off to Simpson straight. DJ Robinson straight ahead, spins away from a tackler, trying to get out on the edge, cannot get down. He's taken down, and he's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 short of a 1st down. And DJ broke one tackle, but the pursuit was on the edge, and he just couldn't get that corner turned.
Well, really good hard running, and to be honest with you, Kurt, I thought he picked the 1st down up and then was trying to get more yardage and just wasn't able to get to the outside. Going to be 3rd down and a little less than a yard probably.
Clock runs. Bulldogs in no hurry. Shettles talks it over with Simpson. Waiting on the play. Now he's talking it over with the lineman. Sends 3 receivers to his left. After all that, we go right back to Simpson straight ahead, and they shove those Warriors out of the way inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Good hard running again there by Simpson. A little slow getting up, probably getting a little tired, but
that young man's got a lot of yardage tonight.
He does. Good hard running. I'm just dragging this winning out because I'm not really sure if the person that won it, I don't know if I want her husband to get it. So I'm just dragging it out for suspense for radio, okay?
Okay. Well, we've got a winner on the trivia question.
We got a winner. Miss Kim Hill is the winner. She knew that the New Albany Bulldogs, the last time that New Albany played at Corinth was September 24, 2021. New Albany won the game 49-21.
Shettles hands it to Simpson. Down behind the shoulder pads, gets another 1, 2, 3 yards. Make it 2nd and 7.
Good hard running there again. Good blocking up front. Kim go to Tallahatchie Gourmet. There'll be a $25 gift certificate there for you. Thank you for your participation in our trivia question tonight.
Shettles shifts Simpson from left to right. Hands it to him again. Turns it upfield. Where's this guy get his energy? Down to the 20-yard line in a Bulldog first down. And, David, they just cannot stop him.
He's really holding the ball with 2 arms and lowering that shoulder. And like I said, guys, he come around that corner in the first half. Over here, I was standing on the sideline. I wouldn't want to get in front of him. He'd get up ahead of steam. So great job by the line, doing a little blocking, and we're finding the holes to get 4 and 5 yards on a carry.
Clock
Good job
runs.
by the Bulldogs.
Clock runs. Bulldogs in no hurry. Inside 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the football game. New Albany leads 28-11. Another touchdown here should really put us in good shape. Turns and pitches it to DJ. Looks outside. Ball gets away, and Shettles picks it up on the hop back at the 25-yard line. That was Shaw with the football. He turned it back in, and a Corinth player hit the football. It popped straight up in the air.
Well, just a good hard lick, and we had Braden standing back there watching the play after he had made the pitch, and fortunate for the Bulldogs, the ball bounced right back to him. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 14 yards to go. 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in the football game.
Three down lineman set for the Warriors. Hand off to Shaw. Breaks it inside. Now he fumbles it, and I think the Bulldogs got on it, and that's going to be number. Can't see who that is got the football, Keith, but I think he's got it, number 52. Scrambled around and got it. It's going to be.
I don't know if that 52 is Ethan Conley. I'm not sure if he was the one that was on it, but another big break for the Bulldogs there to keep the momentum going here. For
Third down and 4. A long 4 for the Bulldogs. Simpson checks out. That's the younger of the 2 Simpsons.
Number 16 is Isaiah Simpson.
Made a nice catch a little while ago. I think he's made a couple of nice catches tonight. Hicks is in as an up back, an H back, a power back. A tight end checked, and now we got a timeout. We're going to take it with them back in 60 seconds.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds. Lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value, too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate, too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
Minutes and 37 seconds left in the football game. New Albany 3rd down and 5 in Corinth territory at the 15-yard line. And I just got word that Miss Mary Libby Harrison's listening to us, and she's wanting a score, and I'm trying to find it for you, ma'am, because I'm telling you, I had the chance to get to visit with her today, and she is one of the sweetest women in the world, and I'm going to get that score for you just here in a second. Braden's got a running back right behind him, 2 receivers to the left. He's going to hand it straight up the middle to Simpson, and Kurt, I can't tell you, man, he's ran the football tonight really hard, but you got to give credit to the guys up front. They just were plowing those guys out of the way that time.
Nice job all night long by those front 5, I'll tell you. Have to get them. They don't get that much recognition, but they do the dirty work.
Did a great job that time for sure.
We got a timeout again on the field, Keith, by someone. Let's take one with them. You're listening to Bulldog Football.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Braden's going to hand the ball up the middle again to Simpson. Simpson's going to run the football inside the 5. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. 2nd down and goal to go. I can't. Clock still running. 7 minutes left in the football game. Bulldogs taking their time. They got a 28-11 lead. Play clock is running now down to 10 seconds. Braden gets his guys ready. Looks over one more time. You would expect him to continue to just run to Simpson right up the middle. He's got his team set. He takes it. He fumbles the football, and Simpson gets on the football. Just a bad exchange there, and clock ticking down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. And 3rd down and still 3rd down and goal from about the 10-yard line. Clock still running. I'm still trying to find this football score from Miss Mary Libby, and I'm struggling with it. Kurt's left me in the booth alone. Bulldogs taking their time. Play clock running down to 15 seconds left on the play clock. No hurry by the Bulldogs. Braden's ready. Down to 5 seconds. He's going to take the snap. Going to hand it to Simpson right up the middle. Running a little trap play there that time. Corinth did a good job of closing things down. Bulldogs are going to send in the field goal team, try to kick a field goal. Looks like this field goal is going to be probably from the 15, probably going to be about a 25-yard field goal here attempt for the Bulldogs and Alexander. Clock still running, 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the football game. Alexander ready. Jeb Mullen getting ready to hold the football. Snap is back. Good snap. The kick is up. And it is going to be straight through the uprights. The Bulldogs are going to take a 31-11 lead. We've got 5 minutes exactly left in the football game. And the Bulldogs have control of this football game with a 20-point lead. We're going to take a break here, send it back to the station. You're
Wage war on weeds, lawn and pest solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
In the fourth quarter, and barring a total disaster, the Bulldogs are going to win this football game here at Corinth High School. Going to wrap this thing up, hopefully, and go 2-0 on the young season.
Well, really good performance tonight by both sides of the football, but I mean especially the offensive line just really took control. Simpson really ran the football hard. And again, Corinth's got some yardage, but really and truly our defense, when it came time, they've only given up 3 points, and that's a good night for both the offense and the defense.
Here comes Alexander's kick, and he's going to kick it high and short. And to be fielded at the 25-yard line, straight ahead to the 26, out to the 30, to the 35. Finally scrambled down and going to mark him right around the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to actually say he was down. About the 30, about the 39, a yard shy of the 40. Clock runs, 4:54 remaining in this football game.
Well, clock is obviously our friend now, Kurt. We want it to run and get this thing over with, get everybody loaded on the bus and get home safely and get ready for Itawamba here in a couple of weeks.
Young going all the way for the Warriors at quarterback. Done a nice job. Got quite a few real nifty backs back here. And they've done a good job moving the football against this Bulldog defense. Now Young sends a man Crump in motion, back to pass. He's looking, he's rolling to his right. He's looking, he's going to turn it up, and he's going to get 5 yards out of it, and it's going to be a hard 5 yard, hardest 5 yards he's ever had.
I agree with you, man. Wow.
I don't know. It's hard to hold on to a football in a situation like that. Give the young man a pat on the back.
Yeah, he's had a really good football game, and again, You're right. I mean, he's running wide open, and the Bulldog defense is really, really putting some physical licks on him.
Looked inside, nowhere to go, turned outside, nowhere to go, and he's going to be taken down. Hicks and number 14, Shaw, really made the initial stoppage, got him stopped, and then Hicks came in and joined him. But I want you to know Hicks is 6'2" and 240.
Yeah.
Out here on the sideline chasing the man on the sweep. And that's what we look for these big guys to do. And that's what determines how good a football player you are. Instead of standing in the middle watching, he's all over the field. .340 remaining in the football game. Pressure's on. Young scrambles, batted down, almost intercepted. Knocked down. Cortland knocked it down as he passed it, batted it down, and almost came up with it on the bat down. Nice play right there by Cortland Earl.
Good job by Cortland. Good job by Hicks on that side, getting pressure, and Bulldogs really and truly just dominated that possession. Good job physically playing up front. Corinth Warriors are going to be in a position where they have to punt the football.
Gilbert's filled in tonight working at a defensive end. Really done a nice job of doing so. And the Warriors will get their punt team on, and Jeb Bolin to get back deep along the 25-yard line. Got a good snap and plenty of time to get it away. Not going to be a roughing the
Wow.
kicker this time. What a punt. And Jeb is going to take it on the hop at the 8-yard line. Looks outside, turns it upfield, gets it out to the 15-yard line. And the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 to work with. 3 minutes and counting.
No.
And
Got
there's
a little scuffling going on out there, Kurt.
little scuffle going on. No big deal. Everybody for the Bulldog side headed to the sideline.
Good job that time by Jeb. Really good punt by the Corinth punter, and Jeb did a really good job of taking it, letting it bounce, and then taking it on the bounce, keeping it from going maybe even closer to the end zone.
I think he was originally thinking about getting away from it and hoping that it hopped into the end zone, but it took a high hop and was right in front of him, so he grabbed it and picked up 5 yards. Got the Bulldogs a little better field position.
Sure did. And I can't find it. Miss Libby wanted me to find this score for her, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know. Did they call the West Point Starkville game off or something? Because it was on there earlier.
Starkville was leading earlier.
Were they?
Yeah. I saw it earlier, but I hadn't
just
seen
can't find it.
Maybe we'll try to find it here on the post-game show, B&B post-game show.
What a segue, Kurt. You did good there, buddy. Way to go. Got 3:17 left here in Corinth. Bulldogs are going to win this football game and go 2-0 on the season. Braden Shuttles is in at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the right. He's going to hand the ball right up the middle again to Simpson, still in the football game. Good hard running, good blocking up front by the guys on the offensive line. Clock running, going to go under 3 minutes with New Albany leading the football game. Got Cortland Earl in at receiver over here spread out to the right. Got Shumpert to the left. Again, the Bulldogs are just letting the play clock run down, which also in turn is letting the game clock run down. And going to have 2 receivers on the right side for the Bulldogs. 1 receiver on the left. Shaw looks like he's going to line up. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be Hicks lining up at an H-back on the right side. Braden is, again, in at quarterback. Got Simpson behind him. Going to take the snap. Going to hand it to him right up the middle of the field again. Good hard running. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs. Clock running. Going to get down under 2 minutes to go before we start this next play. Got 30 seconds left on the play clock, and the game clock runs down to 2:10.
Now, Keith, we're just not getting a score on that Starkville West Point game. It just says game in progress.
I don't really know what the deal is. I hate that because there's nobody I'd want to find it for more than her. So, but the Bulldogs are going to win this one, and that's what's important to us right now. 1:50 left in the football game. Braden's going to take the snap again, going to turn and hand it to Simpson right up the middle. Not a whole lot happening there, just kind of a stalemate. The clock's going to continue to run down under 1:30. Guys are just all standing out on the field looking over at the coaching staff, down to under 1:20. Play clock is at 20 seconds and counting. 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Bulldogs have a 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Just did get a score in from Chris Russell. Our journalism director does such a good job with the football game each night. Starkville is leading. Hold on a minute.
I got the same thing from Shane Sanderson. Shane says Starkville's leading 20-14 at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Yep. 20-14, the Yellow Jackets lead West Point. 3rd quarter just getting underway.
This game here, we're down under 30 seconds. Bulldogs are going to have to take one more snap. I would imagine they're just going to take a snap, take a knee, and leave here with a victory tonight.
a pleasant victory and a well-deserved victory. Got a little motion. The Bulldogs they're gonna call it. I thought they might overlook it as the clock was running down. The Bulldogs weren't really gonna run a play. Back them up 5 yards and take a snap and take a knee, and let's all get everybody back to New Albany safely.
I agree with you on that one. Clock is still running. They're not even going to have to run another play, Kurt. This one's going to be over, and the Bulldogs are going to take a victory, 31-11.
Wrap it up in maroon and white. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we're going to be back with some scores from around the area.
Insurance agencies and companies may appear to be the same on the surface, but you'll discover a world of difference when you look a little closer. The biggest difference is the people who serve you. At Collins Insurance Agency, we've been through the good times and the not-so-good times, too, always serving the people of this area with the very best in insurance coverage from some of the world's finest insurance companies. Collins Insurance Agency in New Albany.
What will I find at Van Atkins? Well, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Jewelry that you will not see in any other place. Our Van Atkins collection is styled from beautiful pieces from the past with a fresh Southern update. I believe you'll find value too. You'll also find people who are a part of this community. If you're celebrating something, we're going to celebrate too. We really hope you'll find Van Atkins special. I'm Chuck Cooper, and I feel privileged to be a part of that.
What we ought to do.
Okay.
I don't even know.
It's finally game time. The smell of the fresh cut grass, the sound of the drums as the band gets ready to perform, and of course the roar of the crowd as our hometown New Albany Bulldogs enter the field. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage here in New Albany remember those days and agree they were some of the best. They also want your mortgage experience to be the best as well. They pride themselves on excellent customer service and establishing a personal connection with their clients. They also have the knowledge and programs to fit your mortgage needs. So whether you're building, buying, or refinancing your current home, they want to help. Call them and set up an appointment today. Jody Walls and Brady Brock with Gumtree Mortgage. Let them help make your dreams come true. Go Dogs!
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Pam Brown for your personal price plan today.
Wage war on weeds, lawn and pest solutions.
I enjoy urgent care because people have an immediate problem when they come to me and they want to know what's going on and they want to know how it can be fixed. And so it's super rewarding when you figure out what's going on with the patient and you know how to fix them and you can provide them with a treatment regimen and they feel better. So it's rewarding on the front end figuring out the problem, but it's also rewarding on the back end whenever you know that you fixed them and you help them and they're feeling better and you can kind of see how truly grateful they are for the care you provided.
Leads that football game.
Louisville over Neshoba County 24-0. Laurel over Hattiesburg 15-12. That show's still in the third quarter.
At halftime, Baldwin leads Booneville 19-13.
Tupelo over South Haven 33-0.
North Pontotoc 48, Water Valley 27.
Pearl over Warren Central 17-7. Looks like the coaches and the team have broken up. Maybe David can get a hold of some players and Coach Stubblefield.
David, good. When you get ready, you just cut in and go. Oh, we're going to get some scores while we're in. Okay, go ahead, David.
All right, I got Cortland Earl with me here. Cortland, good win for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yes, sir, it is. It's always a good win.
You've had a position change this year. How's that affecting your game?
At the beginning, it was a little tough because I'm learning something new. I would more like to be out there as safety, so the coaches made it to where I could cover a little bit more than blitz, and I like that for them.
Had a real good game last week, good game this week. Congratulations. What's it like being a senior?
It feels great, actually. Almost done with school, going off to college later. It's honestly awesome.
What kind of plans you got for next year?
I plan on going to vet school if I can, or going to continue football.
Congratulations on the win tonight. All right, we got Mr. Ethan Conley and Mr. Ethan Cathy. What you get one on both sides. We'll be good to go. All right, first half. Somebody picked up a fumble. You know anything about that?
Yeah,
tell us about it.
Coach Murphy, he preaches do your job on defense. They called the slant. I slanted, and it was just laying right there on the ground. I thought about picking it up and trying to take it to the house, but I don't think I would have with my speed, so I just jumped on it.
Well, now, I understand you have speed. It's about like your daddy.
No, I'm faster than him. I ain't that slow.
I hear you. What does it feel like to be a senior for the Bulldogs?
It feels good. We got to have a little more leadership at practice so we don't have stuff like that at the end. People just not keeping their composure, being selfish, in my opinion. Just got to be smarter about that. Glad to be 2-0, though, going into the bye week.
Congratulations on the victory tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Cathy,
Yes, sir.
you had a young man on your head most of the night that was a state powerlifting champion. How was that?
I didn't even know that. I knew he was a little strong, but I look forward to the challenge, and it was great. It was fun.
Good deal. Yeah, he's a state powerlifting champ, and you handled him pretty well tonight. I saw him going off the field a couple of times. I think you wore him out a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's it like having your senior year here for the Bulldogs?
It feels great, man. We've worked 4 years for this, and, coming out 2-0 today just feels great.
Yeah, last couple of times we've been here to Corinth, we've taken on a victory. Last time I believe it was a homecoming, and this year it was senior night, so it's pretty good to come up here and get a couple of victories, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations on the win tonight. We're going to try to get Coach Cody Stubblefield here when he gets through. Mr. Dennis Clayton, finish it up for the night. Coach, congratulations on the victory.
Absolutely.
Corinth's not been a good place to come for the Bulldogs to win a lot, but the last couple of trips we made, we've taken care of business.
Well, it's talent and everything comes in cycles a little bit, but Corinth's been one of the ones that we wanted to get over the hump. We did that, a couple years ago. But coming here and beating them here, that's always tough, They're still Corinth, I think early in our stint here at New Albany, we had a little bit of sticker shock where, you didn't feel like you were expected to go beat Corinth. I think now we expect to beat Corinth, and so it's nice to be on the other side of that table. Tonight we just focused on doing our job over and over and over and focus on the next play. Told those guys don't get too up, don't get too down, play hard and do your job.
Yeah, got a little sloppy there in the second half. A couple of balls got fumbled. Didn't lose a fumble, but he had a couple of fumbles there. Bulldogs is able to jump back on top of those, so you got to be proud of that.
Yeah, I think they've got some smaller guys that got in there and tried to do a good job trying to strip it. We've got to take care of the football. Those guys know that. They know that they did a tremendous job pounding the football, running the ball well, and for the most part, Keelan did a good job. But bottom line, like you said, there's just no way you can let go of the ball. You got to take care of it. It's a point of emphasis every play. And like I said, we're fortunate enough to get them back when we did do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
Looks like we got a week off next week. Kind of give us an idea of what that means for the boys the next couple of weeks.
Well, you got some guys banged up, so we're going to get to go out there. 2 weeks in a row, we've got some good film to improve on. They're going to get to go back and work hard. Still working on some things offensively and defensively, and we've got 2 weeks to get ready for a good Itawamba team, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, good Itawamba team coming in, so I hadn't heard a score lately on what they got today, but Bulldogs will be ready.
Absolutely. We came in tonight wanting to be 2-0, and that's where we're at.
All right, congratulations, Coach. We'll talk to you before the next game. Back to you guys.
That's Keith Conley. Keith, what do you think?
Well, I mean, again, just what David and Coach Stubblefield said, anytime you come up here and get a victory, you're excited. More importantly than getting a victory tonight is the fact that that's 2 victories in a row. We do have a week off. The last thing we saw, Itawamba was actually getting beat with